What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. In the last episode, we made it to Route 22 in search of Team Plasma. Fought a bunch of trainers over there, and we're told by Colress to actually search for Team Plasma around Seaside Cave. So we're going to go do just that. But at the end of the episode, I also went over something I had been neglecting for much of the playthrough, and that was Entralink FunFest missions, with the sole reason of showing you how I was going to go farm shards, because I need to take those to the move tutor here in Humalau City to get a couple of new moves. I had enough to get myself Heat Wave a couple of episodes ago for Johanna, but we're going to actually give him another move, which is Giga Drain, and we are going to be replacing Struggle Bug with this. Now, I am going to eventually get a bug move on him once he hits level 50, but I think I'm going to replace Hyper Beam with that one. We'll just keep Hyper Beam in the meantime, but yeah, eventually we're going to get a stabbed bug move, I promise you. So I did that, and then the other move that I really want to get is also a HP stealing move, and that is Drain Punch. And we're going to be teaching this one to, who do you think? My one fighting type, Jack the Lucario, and he is going to be finally losing the move that he has had since the beginning of the game, and that is Force Palm. As good as Force Palm is, and as ubiquitous as it has been, it has a base power of 60, and Drain Punch has a base power of 75. Yes, Force Palm can cause paralysis sometimes, but I would much rather have the raw damage increase in my case. I'm also going to add to that by using a PP up here. I'm going to use it on Drain Punch, and then I'm actually going to use another one on Johanna's Heat Wave here, just so that he gets a few more uses out of that. And now is the time to finally head off to Seaside Cave. I also think that's going to be the last stuff I ever get from a move tutor in this game, because we've encountered the only 3 good move tutors. The 4th move tutor has moves that are like good in a competitive sense, but for just playing through the game in the way that I have been, I'm not too interested in a lot of those moves. I don't really care for them all that much, so we're not going to worry about it. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch Johanna to the front of the party. I'm going to move the Lucky Egg off of Tomoe, and we're going to head on down there. I'm just going to meet you guys at the entrance to Seaside Cave, because we have already fought all of the trainers on this route and grabbed all of the items on this route, so there's not really much else to worry about. All right, here we are. We also have that doctor we can go back and talk to if we ever need to, but for right now, let's just step on inside. There are a number of trainers to battle in here. This is the same room as the one guy that we encountered on our first time in Seaside Cave, where we weren't allowed to proceed any further because him and his Roggenrola were blocking the way. We're actually going to be battling him in this episode, which I am not looking forward to, because it's an extremely tedious battle on par with some of those 6 Magikarp fights from earlier games in the series. I really don't like it, but let's use Heat Wave here on this Heracross. Maybe we can knock it out in one shot. That would be ideal. Nice! That's what I like to see. Good stab damage there. That's going to get Johanna to level 45, as the rest of the team continues to try to catch up to Kamina, who is sitting at a cool level 50 right now. Got a lot of work to do. I'm going to grab that, and I also think I probably should pull out my dowsing machine here. I need to remember the exact way around this place. Okay, actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go this way first. I'm going to go around to the bridge. There's 2 trainers down here. Oh, wait, actually, but then I could have gotten that item. It's all right. It's fine. We have to circle back anyway, I guess. I probably should have gone down over the cliff first, then down to the item, and then fought this trainer, but it's okay. All right, this guy's got Onyx. This is going to be a perfect time for us to start using our Giga Drain, which we got. So none of these Pokemon have Sturdy on them, so they'll go down pretty easily. What does have Sturdy is Roggenrola, and this is why I don't like this fight that we're about to do, because every single Pokemon on the team requires at least 8 hits to knock out. Well, I shouldn't say that. They all require 2 hits, but there's 4 of them, so it's 8 hits total. You can't just one-shot everything in the party, and that sucks. I probably actually should have used Heat Wave here, not Giga Drain, but oh well. Automatize! Well, even if you raise speed, I'm probably good. Nimble. Are we fine? Let's see. Are you faster? Yeah! I was going to say, Lairon is so slow that we knocked it out anyway. Probably should. Yeah, if I'd used Heat Wave there, though, I probably would have one-shot it. That's all right. All right, I am definitely going to switch off of Johanna for this Roggenrola fight, though, because even Roggenrola, as weak as they are, can still just hit like 1 Rock Slide and knock my Volcarona out due to its quad weakness to Rock and low defenses. So let's do that. Eviolite is still on Farina. That's funny. Let's get rid of that and put that in the item pouch forever, because I'm never going to need that again. Let's talk to this guy. My Roggenrola and I have been waiting for a strong trainer like you. If you want to pass, you must beat my Roggenrola and me. Can you defeat our rock hard will? Yes, I think I can. Again, though, I don't think I'm going to be getting much out of this fight because it is very, very easy. And they're Roggenrola. I mean, like, this fight would be much more worth my time if, like, one of these was a Bulldor or something like that, or two. But nope, they all got to be these little Roggenrola who can't do anything to my Flygon, so we're just going to be in for a super tedious fight. In fact, one so tedious that I think I am just going to skip it. So just as an example, this is how every single one is going to go. I'm going to be alternating Crunch and Earth Power because I'm not allowed to one-shot these things because of their sturdy ability. So it's just going to be this for 3 more Roggenrola. So see you in a second. And there we go. And we actually are going to get Farina level 47, so that's kind of nice, I guess. Again, not a ton of experience out of the whole thing, but with the lucky egg, it at least made it, I suppose, worth it. I think all 4 of those combined gave me as much experience as that one Heracross did when I first entered the cave. So, woohoo! All right, now, as we continue to make our way around here, I haven't gone over the Pokemon in the Seaside Cave yet. I just realized that, so I'm going to actually do that now. There is, well, first of all, there is now the opportunity to catch yourself an Electric instead of having to resort to a Tynamo if you want to get one of those. But the 2 entirely new Pokemon to this cave are Seal and Shuckle. Seal is a Water-type Pokemon that gains an Ice typing when it evolves into Dugong at level 34. This is a fairly mediocre Water-type line that at least doesn't have any insanely glaring weaknesses, it just doesn't have any real strengths either. Its stats are largely average to above average across the board, with Special Defense being the most notable. It learns all the good Ice moves, all the good Water moves, and perhaps the most interesting thing about it is that it naturally learns Signal Beam, technically, so go get a Heart Scale after you've evolved it. But the problem is that it's a Water and Ice type that comes after Lapras and Walrein, and while it has them both beat in terms of speed, I have to put Dugong in 3rd place behind the other 2. Shuckle is a rock and bug type Pokemon that doesn't evolve. It is the wall to end all walls, the king and or queen of all defenses, and owner of the lowest speed, attack, and special attack stats in the entire series respectively, and the 2nd lowest HP stat, only ahead of Shedinja, which literally has 1 HP point. But even with all those downsides, this Pokemon still has a place. It's the ultimate staller, the Pokemon you bring out to set up Stealth Rock. Toxic Stall while you heal your team, and not anything else. Don't bother with trying to make it an attacker. Even Shell Smash won't save you. Just use it for this one thing and this one thing only. Would I put it on my team, though? Absolutely not. In the end, it's a novelty. It does this one thing really, really well, but that thing is tedious and annoying and really isn't worth the trouble of occupying a slot in your team that could otherwise be taken by a Pokemon that can actually fight back. I'm looking at you, Probopass. All right, and we got through the first Pokemon that this lady had, which is it a lady? I think it's a lady. That had Vibrava. Now it's going to be Gligar, which should just go down to the Psychic, no problem, due to its poison. Oh, wait, it's not poison. Why do I always think Gligar is poison? This is like the one Pokemon that has completely evaded me in the typing front. It's ground. It's ground flying. It's ground flying. What is wrong with me? It is ground flying. Whatever. We'll just use Psychic again. It's not like it really has anything to retaliate with. I don't know why for the longest time, because I think it's because I've just got this weird, like, I don't know, it's like a thought in my brain that for some reason Gligar changes typing upon evolving into Gliscor, which I do know is ground flying, but it doesn't. It's still the same type. I don't know why my brain does this. It's very strange. Anyway, we're going to grab ourselves a blue shard here. And then we're going to grab this other item down here, and I got to loop back. So since I have to loop back, I might as well just go out and heal up at the doctor anyway, just to get my power points back so that I can use them on the next area we're going to, because there's going to be a lot of battles over the next few episodes, and we need to be as prepared as possible and give everybody the maximum amount of time as possible. Unfortunately, Kamina is not going to be able to participate in almost any of this just because she is so overpowered. Thank you, Marlin, and your gym. All right, down this way we're going to go. And, oh, actually, no, what am I doing? I need to go down the ledge here, if I can get around that dust cloud. I'm not going to even check them for shards anymore. Not even worth taking the risk. We're going to fight this guy down here, and then we're going to hop into the water. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go downstairs instead of up and outside, and you'll see why in due time. But now this guy, Black Belt Drago, is going to have a Scrafty. Okay, can't be using any dark moves on this thing, but maybe I can give it a good Heat Wave here. See how much this does with stab damage. Not bad, not bad. Okay, it's going to use Scary Face. We still might be faster because Scrafty is a very slow Pokemon. Let's find out. Nope, it's faster. It's going to use Crunch. That's going to hurt because of stab damage. But we're fine. Knock this thing out. I was surprised it didn't get burned by Flame Body, but whatever. We'll still take it. And there we go. We have defeated Black Belt Drago. All right, that is it for the trainers here on the main floor of the Seaside Cave. I don't think I missed an item past this. Oh, there is an item right here. Okay, hold on. Let's grab that. Get ourselves a heart scale. There is one more item here in this area, but we actually can't get to it right now. We have to go a roundabout way. So we're going to head downstairs. So we're going to take this path all the way up like this. And we're going to head on over to this. Now down here, there are a number of things that we can go after. Lots of strength puzzles as well. This is why we still have Challenger with us. He's just a bit too essential to ever leave off of the team. So let's knock this down. I think there's actually only like a couple of items in this area, though. This one is going to be a Max Repel. And the other one is much more interesting to me anyway. Yeah, it's right over there, but we're going to fight this person first. Look at all those boulders right there. They're all crammed together. That's a ton. All right. What do you got for me, lady? You got just one Pokemon again, and it is going to be Mienfoo. Well, this thing is going to go down to a single Psychic, no problem. In fact, I think both of the trainers in this area are, because Mienfoo does not have much in the way of... Oh, man, I really should use Giga Drain if that was the case. Dang it. Could have healed back up. Well, that's all right. Got the one shot. We'll take it. Johanna hits level 47. Nice. And, you know, I actually think the item... Well, we'll see. Because do I still have a rare candy on me? I don't remember if I do. It's been a few days since I recorded the last episode. Whatever. Let's just knock all of these boulders into place. Like so. Gonna need every single one to go where they belong. Look at it. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Get ourselves our rare candy, which we're definitely going to want. But that is not the only item that is accessible through this area. So let's also push that into place. And we're going to go around here and notice how there is a staircase next to this guy. This is going to allow us to go back up to the main floor, but also to access a specific item that is only available through this path. Black Belt Rich is going to throw out Girder. And this thing can have Rock-type moves, which is why I'm not going to waste my time using a Giga Drain here. I'm just going to Psychic it. Rock-type moves are the one thing that has me terrified of any potential Pokemon that can go against my Volcarona. It's the only thing that's going to just destroy this thing under any circumstances. In that one specific regard, it is a Glass Cannon in and of itself. Now, head up here. We're going to get ourselves an item. And that is TM06 Toxic. And TM that can be taught to literally any Pokemon in the game. Very overpowered. So overpowered that, well, they didn't keep the TM in future generations. I think it was past Gen 7 or something like that. They actually got rid of Toxic. Was it as a move entirely, or was it just as a TM? I think it was just as a TM. Regardless, I'm actually not going to teach it to anybody because it doesn't really have a place on my team, unfortunately, but it is a super great move under most circumstances, especially if you can pair it with something like Venoshock. All right, let's talk to this Crustle. Use the Chorus Machine on the big boulder. Actually, before I do, I'm actually going to switch Tomoe with Johanna. We are going to move this again because why not? And then we'll use it. Because this Crustle, instead of getting out of our way like the ones back near the Desert Resort did, this one is going to fight us. And I'm just going to take the free experience because why not? Even though it is going to take 2 hits to knock this out. It is an evolved Pokemon, and I generally don't pass up evolved Pokemon under any circumstances when battling them just because their experience yield is so much higher. If they're unevolved, that's a different story. Then I generally will just leave them alone or run away. And especially if it's going to waste its time using Stealth Rock. I was really hoping to get that burn so that the burn would have taken it out on that first turn, but whatever. Got it down to 1 HP, so Aerial Ace will finish the job. There we go. See, experience is experience. Okay, now, all that's done. The Colress machine has been broken. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more item swap here. I am going to swap this for Zoroark's leftovers. We're going to put Zoroark in the front. I really need to be using these two a lot more. And we are going to step on through this door and be greeted with a sight. You found them. I knew you could do it. Where were you at, Hugh? I went both ways and I didn't see you in either direction. But how do we get in? Hold up. The heavy gangplank fell with a solid thud. This should do it. Thought you were going to fight Team Plasma. Hey, friends, Team Plasma's not bothering me. They could be up to no good for reals, and it's not my style to go around deciding Team Plasma's bad without thinking about it just because everyone says so. But, you're having trouble, so I gotta help out. That's what I want to do. Thanks. Listen, Kay, believe in something. Searching for stolen Pokemon is fine. Keeping Unova from being iced over is fine, too. Fine? Okay. Anyway, it's all good, but think about why you're doing that. The strength of your beliefs is what gives you and your Pokemon power. I made some noise, so some people came out. Be careful, Kay. Yeah, Marlon, I don't know. It's his attitude that bothers me. What was that? That guy sure doesn't follow through. You're so right, Hugh. Well, I guess he was being kind in his own way. All right, I'm going in. Again, if Marlon was just some average Joe who was capable of doing these things, I wouldn't hold it against him. But the fact that he has the Pokemon that he has and he still acts this way, that he is potentially super strong and could really help out, I think that's what frustrates me about the guy. Take care of that guy. He's no problem for you, right? You must be friends of Slimy... I thought he said Slimy Swimsuit. Sorry, I can't read. Smiley Swimsuit, that guy who lowered the gangplank. You even got the Roblox Crustle out of the way. Here I come. Plasma! And here we go. We're going to be fighting some more Team Plasma members right off the bat. And there is going to be a number of trainers that we're going to fight on here, but there is also going to be some things that we're going to be going after as well. Now, first up, we got just you. Very, very simple. I'm not too worried about a Watchog. I am going to use Night Slash. But the faster I can get experience for Zoroark, the better. Like I said, Zoroark shouldn't be too difficult to level up. What with the double experience yield, also, ow, that slam hurt a lot. Okay, can we have priority here, please? Thank you. And down you go. Okay, this will definitely push you to level 45. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so much experience. It's so much. Okay, Garbodor. I'll go Johanna for this one. Why not? We'll keep Zoroark in the front, but for now, I'll just use Psychic on this thing. I think we'll be all right, too. I don't think it's going to be retaliating with anything super strong. So let's do that. There we go. Oh, my goodness, a one-shot. I love it. Okay, we will take it. Johanna's going to get some nice experience, and we defeated the Grunt. That is a lot of stuttering, dude. That is a lot of stuttering. You should honestly get that checked out. Oh no, the hatch is still open. The core has appeared. It's time to attack. Oh, sorry. We'll check out the ship. This when we were in Driftvale City, Zinzalin came from this direction. Yeah, we can actually explore the frigate now. I think we should definitely do that. First things first, let me heal everybody up a little bit. Honestly, you should just go back and grab another case of Moo Moo milk at this point. I still don't feel like a ton of need to go and get myself some more hyper potions just yet, but I don't know. It's probably the safer, easier option. Okay, so don't need the repel anymore because there's no Pokemon on this side of the ship. Nothing up here. I don't think there's anything hidden. I think I can go around these guys. I'm going to go up here because I swear there's an item up here somewhere. There you are. We're going to get ourselves TM67 Retaliate, which is a pretty decent move. It has a base power of 70, but if the Pokemon, one of your Pokemon has fainted on the previous turn, it actually ups the damage to 140. Again, would be actually kind of nice to teach to my Braviary, but again, I'm very limited on the moves that I can actually teach it right now. And this is a Revive. We'll definitely take that, but there are more items left to get on this ship. Let's talk to Hugh. This is the place. Okay, I'm going. All right, I'm right after you, Hugh. Let's see what we got. Who are you? Just to let you know you're about to feel my rage. And so we begin. We got ourselves another battle. This is going to be a double battle here. And they're going to have a number of Pokemon to throw at us. The first set is going to be Golbat and Viper. So let's do this thing. And yes, if you were curious, this is going to be the last fight of the episode, I promise. I know I've gone a little bit over, but I wanted to get just a tad bit more done than I had been doing. So I'm going to hit this Viper real quick. Yeah, use Ring Out. I will take that. We actually probably need to get rid of this Golbat. The problem is I don't want to get rid of the Golbat because the Pokemon that comes after it is actually really terrifying. And don't want to bring that out just yet. Oh, the double team on Seviper. See, this is the problem with making Hugh, or with picking Oshawott too, is that because this caused Hugh to pick Seviper, that he just gets absolutely messed up by the Team Plasma Grunts like all day long, and it sucks. All those poison types versus that grass type. It's not fun. It's not fun. Okay, they're probably both going to faint on this turn. So I'm going to see... Oh, never mind, because you've decided to use that. So there's the Air Cutter that's going to knock out my Illusion. Also a critical hit. We got Garbodor next. I think for Garbodor, I am going to use... I'll just use another Night Slash. This is just like the fail-safe move at the moment until I'm able to get my hands on Dark Pulse. Which actually, that's a move I should probably try to go get from the move tutor, isn't it? Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I should try to double back to Lentimas Town and get that. Ooh, there we go. Look at that Razor Wind damage. Okay, this is perfect because now we can both double team the Drapion that comes out because it is the one Pokemon in this fight that I was actually a little bit nervous about. All right. The Drapion is always very, very strong. Let's just... I didn't select it correctly, but whatever. I don't really care. Still hits it. What am I doing? It's a Dark type. You stupid. Oh my goodness. Okay, well that's fine. Fell for the taunt. It's going to use Night Slash only on Unpheasant. I probably should have swapped here. Let's see. Because fighting isn't going to do me any good. Poison isn't going to do me any good. Ground. I'll switch to Farina for this. How about that? Zoroark's still going to get the bulk of the experience, but let's just use an Earth Power on this thing, and then we'll be fine. Feather Dance. Okay. It's going to greatly lower its attack, which I am okay with. And then it's going to use Night Slash again, which, you know, given that Unpheasant used the taunt, probably a good thing. Thank you, Hugh, for helping me out. Okay, I definitely tried to swap over to Drapion on the selection that time, and the D-pad just was not having it. There we go. All right. Good damage that time. Thank you, Hugh, for bearing the brunt of that fight almost entirely. I appreciate it. Oh, we have to tell the others. Oh, no, at this rate, they'll get through our barriers. Ah, they didn't have Purloin with them. Barriers, huh? And there's a device where you enter a password here. That means we either have to find the password or get it out of Team Plasma to deactivate the barriers. May, let's split up and find that password. You got it, Hugh. We're going to do exactly that in the next episode because that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Black and White 2. I hope you enjoyed it very, very much, and I will see you all in the next one.